I'm interested in the power of dreams as a way of becoming more well-rounded. I find that the things I miss in my conscious state thoughts show up as compensations in my dreams. I'm stubborn, I'm hard to teach, and I don't like taking opinions from others. Dreams have a way of pointing out the blind spots in my vision.
You don't have a shirt on.
It's okay. I'm stubborn.
You don't have a shirt on.
It's okay. And I don't like taking opinions from others. It's okay. It's okay. Last night, the dream went a little bit like this. There was a grandma, and she was holding a pie. Pies were involved. A love pie, buttery, thick crust. Next thing I know, my parents are leaving the house, and I'm free to do what I want. I have some instruction to learn something, but I don't feel like it. After a while of relaxing, I pass something through my nose. Pull it out, and I see this huge tuberous balloon dream. I described it as edema of fatty growth. Next thing that happens is me and three of my friends want to go interview this quote bad boy. And now that I have a new lease vehicle, and in the lease vehicle I pull out my dad's pencil case, and I pull out a pencil, and I'm really excited to use this pencil to interview the guy. Next we return back, and I have this scene of me having to take the test. I'm totally not prepared. I don't have the textbook, and the subject is cryogenic hygiene. And we go to another scene. There's some kind of animosity being built between me and my guy friend. And then now he's chasing me around in the backyard of the house with the airsoft rifle BB gun. I'm not really enjoying this. It's not going so hot. I'm in a movie theater. There's lots of people starting to gather into this movie theater. They're not all coming here to watch the movie. My friend shows up who's been chasing me, and this time he has a real gun, and he says he's going to shoot me. And so I start arguing. You can't do this. You won't do this. You shouldn't do this. Why are you doing this? The work I like to do is to try and understand those blind spots, to figure out what I'm not seeing and bring it into my awareness. After taking the large dream symbols and translating them and putting it back into a story format, it goes a little bit more like this. Grandmother with a pie is a positive symbol. Whenever I have something to eat that's circular, like a pizza or a pie or some kind of fruit, it usually means to assimilate, to work on. And the fact that a grandmother is there, grand, like important, I will gain something from it. It's a positive image. Later in the story, it talks about learning something. I should learn about cryogenic hygiene, establishing or maintaining proper health. Cryogenic, the association is cryo, Latin for crust, crystal, or formation. So it's talking about building a tough exterior, a thick skin, where I'm not so worried about other people's opinions of me. I'm not so easily swayed by criticism. The edema of fatty growth. Edema is like swell, a balloon. It came from my nose. Nose is associated with the sense of smell. It's a scent, it's an intuitive scent. People say follow your nose. So this is saying that I have a growth, I have an excess, a swelling that's coming from my nose. So to me, I know that I've always prided myself with a good sense of intuition. I've relied on intuition and pattern recognizing to like get me through life. But I'm being shown that this is an excess. I'm using it too much. It's becoming pompous. Rely less on intuition, past that, get away with it, move on. So next, the big idea, me and my friends wanting to do an interview of a bad boy. The bad boy has a certain disregard for convention. They do what they want. They don't rely on other people to tell them what a good deal is or how they should spend their time. They don't conform to society. I want to interview them. I want to get to know them. I want to learn from. I know that vehicle is a symbol for ego. Ego is this idea that something has authority over the other personalities. So a new vehicle is a new sense of orientation, a new person in control. In the new vehicle, I'm searching around and I find a pencil, a tool, an instrument. It's a weapon. If you're a tennis player, you have a racket. If you're a doctor, you have a scalpel. The instrument is in your hand and it's an extension of you. Whenever I grew up, I really enjoyed doing school and math. So the idea is I'm gaining a new consciousness, a new idea, and that the weapon of choice is this pencil. The other big symbol in this dream is my friend who I'm fighting with. This friend I have noticed is a dream sign. I see him all the time when it comes to butting heads, fighting, when it comes to confrontation, when it comes to opposing forces. He always has a connotation to be brass, overly confident, whereas I'm meek, hesitant. So this shadow character, and the shadow is a repressed side of me, and so it takes the form of this friend. And it's interesting that his weapon of choice or his tool is the gun or the rifle, because it has to do with like this overly masculine projectile. Like clearly in society, guns are a powerful tool, and if used incorrectly, they can cause a lot of harm, they can cause a lot of devastation. So it's showing the nature of this shadow character, that he has some power and he can use it to destroy. My meekness, my hesitation, my not wanting to be audacious is being compensated by this overly aggressive, this crass, this cruel, this destructive want to dominate, this masculine urge to be in control and push people around at gunpoint. Next, the scene with the theater, dramatic performance, motion productions, place of contemplation, watching and viewing. I think it has to do with my YouTube making. It's something I'm very hesitant about. I don't like to look silly. I feel very self-conscious about it. So this is where the ultimate fighting place occurs. This is where the opposition is. This is where I need to learn from it. The big idea from this whole dream is saying you need to learn how to use your skill, learn how to use your power, learn how to use your tool, your weapon, your instrument. I'm good at math, I'm good at contemplation, I'm good at analytics, I'm good at problem solving. So I should lay into those strengths and have a thick skin about it. Don't be so wavering. Don't try and please anyone else. Try and please your own subjective sense of skill and art and creativity. I'm going to be fighting myself. I'm going to be fighting this character that likes to dominate, to push people around. It's going to be a matter of establishing a good, healthy form of courage and audacity and not having too much of it. So these are the main things that I learned from this dream. If you like this video, be sure to give a like, and I'll see you in the next one.